Hi Soul Fam, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel, Spiritualdaosith. I'm your host, Daosith LeMay. I hope all you brothers and sisters and Soul Fam out there are doing great wherever you are in the world. We're back for another energy update for March 2024. If you are new, welcome. I hope that this video helps you. This is where I share the numerology, the astrology, and some energetic themes or insights that hopefully help you transition this time period, chaotic time period that we're going through. And if it does resonate with you, feel free to subscribe and check out my other social media platforms in the description box below. All right, so we're back for another energy update, March 2024, coming out of very intense and crazy February 2024. But before I jump into that, as a reminder, guys, go out, get my book, Becoming the Creator, A Practical Guide to Spirituality Connection. This is a powerful, practical, grounded spiritual guidance to help you understand more about who you are, what you are, and how I found more peace, joy, and empowerment in my life, utilizing the insights and exercises that my guides have given to me and filtered through my life experiences. So hopefully that helps you. You can go get that at Amazon.com, Books A Million, or Barnes & Nobles, or you can go check out my website for more information about my book and services at spiritualdaosith.com. All right, as I always do, I like to highlight the news that we came through in the last month. It was just really, to be honest, so much going on every single day. It was hard to actually keep up with. But here are a few things that I think was worth mentioning here, at least from my perspective, domestically here in the U.S. The Fannie Willis ethics in court case that played out recently. The Trump January 6th investigation being permanently delayed. Planes, legit planes falling out of the sky. Issues with Boeing, doors, all sorts of things with from ground crew all the way to the pilots and just the intensity happening around and the chaos happening around the airplane industry or the aviation industry itself. Earthquakes happening, one that we had recently in Oklahoma. How about the California rainfall and the power outages that occurred through that, I would say, that river of water that came through that state. King Charles being diagnosed with cancer. The Supreme Court civil case loss for Donald Trump and having to owe millions of dollars. Unbelievable case where there was no party that was actually injured. All parties were happy with what happened, yet he still lost the case and needing to pay millions of dollars for that. Mayorkas being impeached. Trump, CIA, treason, spying before the Russia collusion thing that was brought up. We also had Tucker Carlson interviewing President Putin. We had the Super Bowl and the things that happened during that. Markets going up, and up. Seem like they're not coming down. We had disclosure that the CIA has bases in the Ukraine. Cell phone outages during these massive solar flares that we had recently. The Google AI Gemini woke virus post that it's been having, where it cannot create anybody that is basically Caucasian in its creation or its AI kind of photo generated material. Jacob Rothschild passing away, and Pope Francis being sent to the hospital. So that is just a few of the things that I thought was worth mentioning with regards to the energy and how things are manifesting and picking up. This month, it's going to be the same thing. You're just not going to be able to keep up what's happening, and it's just insane with what's happening out in the world. So let's jump into the numerology. The numerology of this month is around a 3. That's usually a social number. It's communicative. It's about communication. It's the completion of the first of the Trinity, right? 1, 2, 3. It's expansive. It's diverse. It's an extrovert kind of energy. It's about growth, and it usually involves social groups and communities. Now, the overall energy or numerology for the year is around an 8. And I talked about this. This is about manifesting. This is around power, about authority. It's about creation. It's about action. It's about karma, right? If you haven't seen my energy update, or rather my 2024 major themes, go check out that video. That will kind of give you an overall look at what's happening in 2024. But that's basically what's being played out with regards to the numerology of the 8. Okay, it's a very powerful energy, and it's usually about manifesting and usually about reward and creation, etc. So the combination of the numerology, though, is bringing in an 11. I've always said an 11 is a difficult number to deal with. It's a master number, right? This is going to mean that this is going to be a difficult, crazy month. Shifts are going to be created. Your personal growth is going to be highlighted this month as things really start to manifest for you personally as well as collectively for all of us on this planet. This is going to put you through new gateways, new portals, new shifts, and you're going to need to find the node between dualities and polarities. You can't carry these charges with you going into the new earth or into the new you. You have to neutralize these energies and to find that node, that peace, right? That calmness between the two, if you will, between the dualities, the polarities, so that you can move forward with a more peaceful demeanor, if you will, and a mastery of your emotion and mental, creating for what is for your highest good going forward. So I'm reminded here of us when we look at the clock, right? And randomly it's 11:11, right? We all see that and we say, oh, make a wish, right? Why do we do that? Because it's a portal. It's a placeholder for us to choose wisely for our highest good. And for those to make a wish, what does that mean? You put yourself in a vibrational state of hope for something better. Okay, so the 11s is a place for you to make a decision or to shift your energy into something better for you going forward. That requires a level of mastery and awareness of your mental and your emotional to get to that state of being. All right, so I expect a lot of things to shift this month, to call for your mastery, to call for your highest level of being, so that you can manifest this, and we will experience this a lot collectively in our reality as well as our social network. All right, so that means your communities, your friendships, your family, the things that you're associated with are going to shift around, and you're going to need to hold your balance and your mastery through that. What's the astrology that's going to aid this energy as we go forward? The first thing is the last quarter moon on March 3rd. That's 3-3, another mastery number coming up, commanding you to step up into your maturity and to make the decisions for your highest good emotionally and mentally. So this is where you start to clean up old goals. You start to clean up old things, clean things out so that the new goals and new opportunities and the new you can step forward. Then on 3-9 or March 9th, we have Mercury enters into Aries. So this is where we start to get this fiery energy picking up, and we want to communicate quickly. We want to express ourselves fiercely, and you get filled with energies to want to move quickly and be excited about life. Then the day after, the 10th of March, we have Pisces new moon. Spiritual projects, new spiritual growth comes into play. Lots of inner movement here for new opportunities to shift you into a better place. And you're going to really need to pay attention to your intuition and to be mindful of where you want to grow spiritually as well. All right. The day after that, Venus enters into Pisces. So the dreamer, the romance will start to flutter around you, looking for spiritual connections with people, getting into communities that help you embrace your spirituality and also grow you spiritually as well. So this is where you want to meet with people or get to be with people who get you, who understand you, who are compassionate and have deep insight and deep connections with you as well. All right. On the 17th of March, we have the first quarter moon in Gemini. This is adjustments to your plans, adjustments to your ideas of what you have about yourself, and primarily dealing with different different ideas, dual ideas that require energies, finding the balance between the two things that are happening in your world. So you're going to have to make adjustments, see where there's duality, polarities in your life, and make adjustments so that you can find that node in between, that mastery that I'm talking about that's being brought up in this month of March. On the 19th of March, Sun enters Aries. Energy. This is energy that's going to drive you to make you more enthusiastic about life. It's going to bring a level of excitement. It's going to increase your motivation, and you're going to want to take action on that energy. All right. We have the spring equinox on March 20th, I believe. This is where we have the balance or the equaling out of both day and night. And then this is where the day or the light starts to win out over the darkness, right? This is going to be a huge jump in energy. This time period is going to drive up a huge amount of energy. Lots of energy moving, lots of underlying energy preparing for an explosion of life, right? Because we're entering into spring at this point, and this will be the start of an energetic buzz going from here, and it's just not going to let up. It's going to be continuously relentless as you go forward from this point on. All right, and then on the 22nd, Mars enters Pisces as well. Huge wave of energy pushing your spiritual growth, pushing your spiritual ventures. This is where you're going to really need to trust your intuition more, to trust yourself, trust the subtle, be mindful of the subtle energies, and keeping your awareness of kind of what's beyond just the surface level. All right. The big thing that's going to happen as well on the 25th of March is we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Libra. This is where the culminations of your relationships and dealing with others, those things that have been hidden underneath the forefront, this is what's going to be drawn out, and you're going to have to be forced to deal with them in your personal life, as well as collectively. We are going to see some things, the culmination of the things that have transpired up until now that really required us to deal with is going to be pulled out in this lunar eclipse. So we're going to need to do that. This is going to cause many of you to deal with the close relationships that you have, these deeper connections that you have, to choose to either deepen those relationships, to resonate more, or force your hand to make a hard decision about that relationship going forward. All right. You got to have that conversation if that is you. Communication is going to be key as you go through this time period, because communication is mastery. Communicating what you are feeling, communicating what you are believing, and letting that all out rather than repressing your emotional body, repressing your mental thoughts, etc. No, that is not how we are being asked to. We are being asked to step into our higher selves and to communicate. And the lunar eclipse time frame is going to be the culmination of that. It's going to come to a head, and you're going to be forced to deal with it if you haven't. All right. And the last thing, Easter comes early on the 31st. This comes off the heels of the lunar eclipse. And I think the mastery energy is going to push us. The 11s here is really going to push us into this place of catalyzing us going out of this month for the rest of the month into April, if you will. So tough month. Lots of energy associated with the astrology, lots of energy associated with the numerology. And here are the major themes I think many of you are going to be dealing with as we go through the month of March. All right. The first theme, having my tea here. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. This is the rise of the divine feminine energy here, especially with regards to the Pisces energy as that picks up, and especially with the new moon in Pisces time frame, as well as the lunar eclipse time frame as well. This entire month, it's going to be bringing up the things, subtle energies for you to kind of dissect, to work on, to filter through, to bring your awareness so that you can choose differently and see what's truly happening with you. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid to look at what you've been hiding from. Trust your instincts here. Trust your emotions. Trust your intuition and follow the subtle energies, right? The master numbers of the 11 and the social dynamic energies of the numerology of the 3 is going to have you really tune into deeper truths and the deeper reasoning for why things are transpiring in your life. Okay, you're going to really need to bring a sense of maturity associated with that in terms of your emotions and allowing yourself to see where you are in reality and honestly with your reality and your relationships so that you can heal and move forward. Your emotional body, this divine and feminine energy with you is being called up here so that you don't discount it, that you don't repress it, that you communicate what you are feeling. That is mastery, right? Not acknowledging your emotions is doing so much harm to you as a creator, because what you hold on to becomes part of your vibration, and that's what you put out into the world. And the universe says, this is what you're holding on to. I'm going to show it to you. And during these time frames with the manifesting of the 8, that energy is going to come to you amplified and in a very short time frame, almost like it's going to be on top of one another. You're not going to be able to catch your breath until you say, I get it. I finally get it. I'm going to express this. I'm going to utilize my mastery now for what I learned to put this out there and say, I need to heal. I'm going to choose differently. And this I finally understand, and I'm not going to ignore my emotional body. So you're going to really need to tune in this month. Tune into the subtle energies. Tune into how you're feeling. Check in with yourself. I always said in my book, go check it out. There's an exercise, setting a timer so that you can tune in and check in with yourself so you don't go off doing things and creating in your reality on autopilot, the old you that you're trying to move yourself away from. All right. Another aspect to this intuition, this divine feminine energy that's rising here is that you are all going to really need to pay attention to your dreams this month. You're really going to need to pay attention to your dreams because your dreams are personal and symbolic to what you can understand about what's going on with you. It is basically saying if you are having vivid dreams right now, it means for you to pay attention. It means that your higher self, aspects to you, your higher fractals, your guides, whatever, are trying to get your attention. And it's doing it through the astral body, which during your day, you're off doing all these different things. You don't have a time to actually sit and listen to spirit. Your dream time is where your higher aspects, your guides can speak to you. And it's and they're asking you with vivid dreams, if you can, remember them, write them down, and to meditate on that and to break down the symbolism, the symbols that were used, the energy that was conveyed to you so that you can understand what the message is. All right. It's going to be a really important time frame as we go through this month to pay attention to your dreams for those that are having vivid dreams and to dissect and meditate on what is being conveyed to you through your dream time. All right. The second theme is to remember where you came from and to stay grounded. All right, this is an emotional, energetic theme here. This month can bring up a lot of childhood memories. To reflect on them, to understand how they have come to pass, how it was created, and how it became the personality that is you. There are things that you're going to pick up from this. It's not only about healing and trauma and all the bad things. There are going to be treasures that you're going to be able to pick up from your childhood that you can hold and embrace and remember to carry you through as energetically, I would say, pieces of gold to hold on to so that you can help create your future as you go forward in this mastery. But there's also going to be things for you to heal that's going to help you move forward through this childhood journey of remembering who you are, and what you did in your childhood. Part of the dream aspect of what I was talking about this is that you may find that you may go through these emotional journeys or visualizations in your dream time to help you remember or to harmonize that energy from either your own past as your childhood, or that from which was in your previous lives or parallel lives as well. So sometimes it may not make sense, but it could have been just for you in this lifetime to tie up some of that energy that was out there in the parallel energies, lifetimes, if you will, the parallel lives that you've lived previously. So there's reason for that. It's for you to go through mastery to balance out that energy, right? To help you with your mental and your emotional so that you can create going forward in a better place. All right. This may also call forth some friends, some connections from your past. Go with that energy as well. Go with that childhood innocence and joy and just play, right? That having play in your life as an adult is truly important, right? To honor the inner child within you. And that can also help you build your community, right? Help you feel more joyful, help you rejuvenate your energy, especially during a time that is very tumultuous, chaotic, and can certainly send your energy in a very difficult way, all right? Being with friends, old childhood friends, is a great way to lift your spirits and to carry on, all right? Because that plays into the third theme here that I'm going to be talking about, which is believe in yourself. You're doing it, okay? The numerology around this energy is around the 8. Why I say this is because there's certainly going about our day during this month. It's going to make us feel like there's a lot on our shoulders. There's a lot that's placed on us. And I hope for many of you that you're kind, you're gentle to yourself and you're kind to yourself, but in the spirit of what we are going through, it's vital to find a place, a space, or just a pace, P-A-C-E, that helps you keep your spirits high, to help you rejuvenate, to remind ourselves of the energy of what we need and why we're doing this, right? So in that, I want you to realize that your hopes, the desires of peace and love and connection, it's there, it's coming. It is being manifested for sure this year, especially around the numerology of the 8. It is there, it is alive, it is well, and you are just literally walking your path to that space or that aspect of you that you're trying to become. You are literally walking towards that vibrational experience that you are desiring in your life. So I want you to believe in yourself this month. I want you to find a place that you know that you're doing it and that you are supported by source and that you are loved and that what you desire and what you are looking for, you're worthy of it and it's occurring right now. So some of you may feel like it's not happening, that maybe it's just not enough is occurring. A lot of things occur underneath underneath what you see. In the darkness, underneath the ground, lots of things are growing and occurring. And that's where you need to remind yourself, things are happening. You may not see it right away, but it certainly is happening energetically and they're manifesting and they're going to manifest this year. I did a video recently about the 3 key things that you need in terms of manifesting. Part of that was to find a feeling that you can hold on to through your visualized journey of what you want, right? Through the imagination to gather information, especially around the emotional body, about what it is you're looking to feel. And to use that energy to help catalyze you through your day and to help you guide yourself through the day to recognize what is in vibrational match to that. The overall energy of the 8 and the mastery of the 11 is commanding you to utilize that to help you usher that in for you this year. And as you go through these visualizations, that you harness that emotional body output and you use that to guide your way through this period, especially in this month. So it's important when you are, I would say, when you're dealing with this theme, that you find you find that feeling that you're looking for, and you use that to basically envelop your entire energetic signature, and to hold on to that, and then just to use that as your guide stone as you go through your day, to pick up experiences that are a match to it. Like, oh yes, this is what I was hoping to feel, and because of that, it's a match. I'm going to go with that energy, that which is in my highest good, that makes me feel love, that makes me feel abundance, etc. And that can help you kind of jump from one experience to another experience that's in alignment, and to continue on that energy as you go forward, and to choose wisely through the mastery will bring you into such a better vibrational experience and standpoint going forward. All right, the last energetic theme that many of you are going to have to deal with is this, again, with the mastery idea, is having to be analytical and decisive through conflict. All right, the mastery is calling us this month to utilize these gateways, these portals, to move or shift you to the new you that you are desiring to be. So that usually comes through conflict, through awareness in your reality throughout your day, seeing the 11:11s on the clock, being aware so that you are making the highest potential choices for you going forward. So, questions to ask this month, if you're being presented an experience that perhaps takes you out of the node of peace and pulls you into duality and polarity, is where can you take a step back and open yourself up to other perspectives? Are you seeing all sides to this story or conflict that's occurring in your reality? Where can you be analytical and decisive with the things that are showing up in your life? Where can you not let your emotions get the better of you? Where can you set boundaries and enforce them for you, right? Kind of taking the emotional aspect out of it and really putting your mastery to work this month, all right? Utilizing those the four themes that I brought up, I really think that's going to help you get through this month, as so much is going to happen. So much is going to happen, especially with the lunar eclipse at the end of the month. So what this brings up is the shadowy aspect here. The phrase I'm going to use is resistance is futile, right? How long are you going to hang tight? How long are you going to cling to your old comfortable box that was the old you? How long are you going to ignore the signs? How long are you going to last? And how hard do you want to make it for yourself? Those of you that aren't working on what I've just talked about, you're not going to listen. You're going to avoid and ignore the numerology, the astrology, the themes I'm talking about. If you do not accept the fate of your higher self and the purpose that you brought yourself here for, and you're going to go kicking and screaming, you are going to have the utmost difficult time this month and going forward. My vision that I have here is literally someone screaming out loud, crying out to the heavens or to the skies or whatever, in pain, in suffering. Heartache is going to force you to change. And the question is, how much heartache are you going to take? How long are you as the frog going to sit in the boiling pot of water? How much longer are you going to stay? The more you resist, the more you will suffer. I say that in the aspect that some of the only ways to wake up those who have been asleep is through heartache. But also is the idea that time and space is very malleable, and the energy is much higher in vibration. The consciousness that we are experiencing, I don't know if many of you have been experiencing things, but manifesting is almost immediate. And for those that are resistant to change, are clinging on to their old stuff, not allowing those things to die, to go through the death process, to be reborn into something new, you're going to see a cascade, a relentless, unbearable, intense reality that is going to continue to push you further and further down the hole of heartache until you wake up. That, unfortunately, is going to happen to a lot of the collective, but for you, if this is you, the sooner you let go, the sooner you make the tough choices, the mastery, the better it is going to be for you, because the manifesting energies, the numerologies of this month, the astrologies of this month aren't there to stop you. It's to usher and to push you forward into the new you, to move us out of the old stuck energy and collectively as well, to put us in a better place. Have you not noticed the news that has come up and what is coming to light? It's unbelievable. If you just paid attention to it, you would just be shocked of how much has come to fruition in the last couple of years that had been hidden from our eyes, that we need to transmute as we go forward. So I hope that energy helps you, or the energy update helps you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Please subscribe if you are new, and check out my other social media platforms. I love you. Much love and light to all of you, and may the Great Spirit assist you as you go forward this month and the rest of the year. Take care.